My name is Nipsey Hussle, and we on my grandmother's porch. Look.
Anima, bring your car this way.
Huh?
Bring your car over here.
Not the car.
Your motorcycle.
Oh man, I love my pops. I used to cry when he dropped me off back here, actually, at this house. Cause he used to come get us when he could. We didn't live in the same house, but you know, my pops was always energetic, always had a positive aura, always had a good vibe, always smiling, always lit up a room when he walked in. People always loved my pops. You know, he was just a good energy person and always, like, you know, happy and just, you know, at a good place in his life. And so, regardless of whatever financial state he was in, he was just always a good vibe, you know, because he done been up and down and up again, you know what I mean? But I just think that my memories of being with my pops was always good memories. He'd cook for us, take us to the movies, clown, watch movies. We was movie buffs, all of us. So he'd just put us on the movies and, you know what I mean, joke with us, clown with us, be a kid with us, you know what I mean? But we was close though, always, you know. We never lived in the same house. You know, as far as I can remember, my mom and him were separated, but I always had a high respect and a you know, a genuine love for my pops, because, you know what I mean, he put his best foot forward.
All right, let's get it. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, you gonna go slow or you gonna go fast?
I'm going back.
All right, look ahead. You ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to be around a lot of different type of individuals to call my friends. So some of them had, you know, parents. But majority of the kids in my area that I grew up around, more didn't than did, you know? And more definitely didn't have they pops in the house, you know what I'm saying, than did. But I had some close friends that did have a father in the house. You know, that's why I say I had different, like, groups of people that I would consider my close friends that I grew up with. And, you know, a couple of my close homies did have good male role models, but majority of the people I knew didn't, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, that's what it was.
That was good.
Yeah. Now let's race again.
No, enough racing.
Yeah. I'm racing.
Nah.
I think family is way higher on the list of things that are important in terms of Eritrea compared to America. I think that out there, family is the equivalent of how we feel about material things out here. Like, that's what drives our culture. That's what drives our whole philosophy, is material gain, you know? And I feel like out there, what drives their whole culture is family well-being and family togetherness, you know? And that's really the main difference, just the value system, what's important, you know? And you would think that the country that has less would feel like getting things is more important, but it's actually different. You know, it's just what's valuable. We got two different ideas of what that is, you know what I mean? And out there, family is very, very high on the list of valuable things, you know? My daughter's name is Imani Dior. She's 4, and her name means beautiful faith in Swahili, you know, but I chose Imani for a few reasons. You know, I named my daughter, I was actually, you know, incarcerated for a short time when my child's mother was pregnant with my daughter, and I came up with her name, you know, when I was in jail. And I was just thinking about a lot, you know what I mean? And I felt like faith represented where I was at, you know what I mean? At that time, I had just got a record deal, I was in jail. I didn't know if I was gonna get out, and I had a child on the way. So I just, you know, it was a lot on my mind, and I think that faith represented where I was at, you know what I'm saying? And it was beautiful because I ended up getting out of that situation and moving forward, you know, but Other than that, I just like how it sounds. My name starts with an E also, so you know.
She's playing the flute.
Yeah.
When I first became aware that I was having a child, I was excited, a little bit worried. You know, me and her mom weren't together, so that was definitely heavy on my mind. But we decided to have a child and move forward with it. And we found out we were having a little girl. And at that point, I felt like my job was even bigger, just because both raising a little boy and a girl is a challenge. I would assume, I don't have a son, but I would assume so. But just a little girl, I don't have the experience of being a little girl. I don't have the experience of being a woman to give her that, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit different, you know, more of a challenge, I think, more of an unknown situation in front of you. But I was definitely excited, and you know, what I've come to learn is that you find out as you go, you know, you learn as you go. My life did a complete perspective change, because now you are accountable. You know what I mean? You're accountable for the well-being of something outside of yourself. You know what I mean? And this is a person. Things can happen that you cannot fix, that you can't take back. You have to seriously protect your kid from certain things. So my whole priorities, perspective, agenda flip-flopped a little bit. I won't say that who I am and what I've done and what I do took a 180-degree turn, but my priorities and my perspective definitely did. And you know, the decisions I make, the process now, there's another element, there's another factor in my decision-making process, and that's my daughter's well-being. And so it was definitely a paradigm shift, you know, in the way I think. Seeing her walk, seeing her talk, seeing her going out of town for a month on tour, coming back, she's taller. Seeing her learn how to read, identify ideas, grasp concepts, seeing her brain develop, seeing her intelligence and her curiosity expand, seeing her catch on to things, you know, seeing her develop determination. You know what I mean? This is all stuff that'll trip you out when you're watching a person that you created, you know what I mean, experience life and take to the things that everybody takes to, but you trip when you're looking at your kid do it, because you've seen every process and every step. And you know, sometimes she hit me with words. I heard a song she made the other day, you know what I'm saying? She's singing now, so I heard her sing, and she's 4. You know, just her development in general, every time she, you know, evolve a little bit, I see it and it trips me out.
Now, pictures again. I'm holding your hand. Pick it up. Again.
Well, when a father isn't present, the social consequence is you have an unstable person in society. The personal consequence is you have an unstable element in your family, and that's the relationship between you and your child. And it's, you know, it's hard to build off of that, and that's unhealthy in my opinion. And so we know what happens. People get out here. The statistics can tell you better than I can tell you, you know, about the social consequences. But I do know that kids that don't have their parents, you know, at certain levels are off balance. At certain levels are, you know, unfulfilled. You know what I mean? So I think that it's definitely a reflection of broken homes, what we see going on in society. You know what I mean? A reflection of households and people that are off balance when you see these crazy things happening in the world, you know? And personal effect, you know, I'm sure them old guys that laid on their deathbed can tell you how that felt. You know what I mean? Knowing that they didn't have no relationship with their kids, you know? I think that you come to look at your life at a certain point, and you gotta be comfortable with what you see. You know what I mean? The facades wear off and everything comes to surface, and it's just who you really are. Then you finally probably can see it, and I think that it's hard to look at if it's not something that you're proud of. And that's one of the things that definitely, in them lonely hours, in them old ages, you know, I think eat at people that they didn't have relationships with their kids and they didn't show up, especially men for their kids, you know? Man, I got a whole notebook of things I just write down as I read them, things I hear people say, wisdom that I just pick up in the world. I've been writing them down, so I'm gonna give her that, but I would like her to just understand more than anything that she has to be fearless and understand to look the world in its eyes, you know what I mean, and stand up and be proud. And if it was anything I would tell her is that, you know what I mean? So don't be afraid.
Dear Destiny, standing still, scared to death, holding you in my hands, I knew. I wanted you to see something I never saw, feel something our family had never grasped. Black excellence. Something like the Greenwood District in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921. 40 acres and 35 blocks of black folks running the town. Lawyers, doctors, businesses, all black owned. Imagine that. The vision of Black Wall Street was intentional, and so was its downfall. Why, Destiny? Autonomous black folks living this good? They took the city by force and burned it straight to the ground. 100 years later, 100 years strong. Destiny, you know a spirit that powerful could never be held down. Black excellence lives on. And those spirits, they never stop, they never settle. Black women building, black men thriving. Destiny, believe in black creativity, black wealth, our potential, our people. Wherever black folks dream, the spirit of Greenwood is there. So find them, build with them, dream with them. Be your own Black Wall Street, however and wherever you imagine. My dear Destiny, I can't hold you in my hands anymore. You've outgrown my reach. But I hope I've inspired you the way you've inspired me. Your loving father, Nasir Jones.
Came into this world, daddy's little girl. he said.